Hello guys and welcome back to Tyranny. What I did in the meantime is I equipped the basically the items that Barrack had, well the accessories because that's all she can use. So less recovery time while having wounds because she'll probably have that, and give her a little bit of regeneration, 1% every 6 seconds. And I gave her like the best mace that we had, 25 to 32 crushing damage, and it has devastating, so it pushes on crit. So should be good, I think. So let's give her just a bunch of strength, and I think she, considering she can't wear armor or anything, I think she just really has to just have a lot of health. So I think that's really just going to be the main thing for her. But let's see. So I was kind of looking at some of these items, these talents, and I think this dual claw, like instead of doing one normal attack, you do two with the big warhammer doing a base 30 damage, becomes 60 damage, assuming they both hit. So that seems too good to pass up on. Then I think weapon, yeah, that's just the experience gained. So there is breaking through. So first of all, the first one is a leaping death from stealth, pounds on a nearby enemy, damaging all enemies in the area as well as knocking them down. So it's a very strong opener, and they immediately get knocked down, which is good. So always, yeah, preferably opening with her from stealth, and then immediately have her shoot, an arrow, and then rerun in with spells, I guess. Does also mean that, yeah, that because of that, she will always be taking a lot of damage up front. So then there is Breaking Iron. Strike forcefully with a weapon, dealing damage and sundering the target's armor for an extended duration. So that's sundered, so reduced by 5 for 30 seconds. And it does 32 to 42, so 1.2 times primary weapon damage. Seems great. Then there's Taste for Blood, which is a passive, which attacks from stealth cause targets to bleed and grant kill and shadow a heal over time effect that lasts until combat ends. So that way she would have two passive, for at least passive for the fight, things which are trickling back health, which over time, if we get longer fights, might be really worth it, is my current idea. Anyway, a bleed effect is already great to have. Though I don't know how the damage calculation works on that. Maybe it's a percentage of enemy health always. I don't know. Don't seem to list it. Then there is just flat out, 15% damage, or Swift Savage Strike. So Swift Savage Strike is, well, attack all enemies in a cone with a weapon, pushing them back a fair distance, and then they're hobbled, aka slowed. So this is, well, 0.8 damage, so a little less damage, but it is a AoE cone, so we can hit multiple enemies at the same time with that. So that seems pretty great. An arc, yeah, 120 cone. So that seems great. So I think we have 2 points left. So let's see what else we pick, because I think there were several which are good. So also, yeah, this overpower. Apparently you can only have 3 skills open. So 40% damage on prone. So Verse has an ability which can knock enemies prone, this Gravedigger. Plus this Leaping Death, which we could only use from stealth, but still, that means that, you Leaping Death, and then the next attack will be plus 40%. So that might just very quickly just take out an enemy with, you know, combat initiated, assuming we can do it from stealth. And then the next follow-up attack. So that seems good. So plus 15% damage while being wounded seems very useful. Though then again, maybe Scars of Battle, maybe just getting the Untamed Might for flat out 15% weapon damage might be better. But probably we'll end up getting both. So then there is the adaptation, which is plus 15% maximum health and less crush damage, which I think, considering most of the enemies have giant hammers and, you know, as I said, like, she doesn't have armor, so she needs a high health pool. So I think that is a no-go. Then there is a passive. Okay, well, first of all, she has another active ability, and active abilities seem very good, so... move rapidly towards an enemy, trampling foes in your path, dealing crush damage and knocking them prone. So it's kind of like a charge, I'm gonna say. Range 10 meters, so it's kind of like, yeah, you do a charge and then you do an attack. And you knock them down. Okay, I think that's an excellent active ability. So let's save that. Okay, let's do a quick save. What I think I also did... Yeah, so let me quickly see where my abilities are. So Stampede is the together with us. So you dash to the target and attack, and then it gets stunned. And then she does a bleed effect as well. Once per encounter. Pretty great. So Breaking Iron is the Sundering attack. With the, you know, basically your big damage attack as well. Because it's 1.2 times damage. And the others are 0.8, so a little less, but good effects. So Swift and then Trample. Okay. And yeah, one combo ability. Okay. Well, I think we are ready to go to Twin Rivers. 5 hours, yeah, that's fine. Now let's see what's here. Well, a lot of Bronze Brotherhood and Disfavored. Or Brother Kalis. I like how we just came here and we see loot and we all got some different kinds of experience. Let's start with stealth because that's important.
Quietly.
We need a strong axe on our side. Help before they kill us all. Flush with fatigue and wide-eyed with panic. A Brotherhood warrior bounced towards you, fleeing the sounds of battle. 2 arms. Calm yourself and explain. The Scourges. He hunches forward, trying to catch his breath. They swarmed us from every direction. He points towards the battle behind him. The first brother, Ratamon. He entered the old walls, and shortly after, the Bane swarmed us. He regains some composure and begins to speak more clearly. But we've cut off from base camp. Well, we tried to maintain some sense of order, but after Ratamon vanished and the Scourge appeared, the doors to the old wall sealed shut. Okay, well that's not useful. How can I unseal the door to the old walls? Didn't you hear what I said? The Bane are attacking us. I don't care how to get inside right now. I have bigger problems to deal with. I guess I'll help. I mean, they can always surrender to us and we can murder them afterwards. Athletics seems a little rough, no? This display of cowardice is shaming you and embarrassing me. Get out of here before I feed you to the creatures you so fear. Now let's be more calm. I will help you. I need to get into the old walls. You would support the Brotherhood in this fight? His posture straightens and he hoists his weapons with vigor. Then victory might still be ours. Bolstered with enthusiasm, he charges back towards the swirling battle. Well, I mean, as long as you help me get in. Okay, so let's see how this works with her. So they need to go back a little. So I guess a wisp and a scourge. Guess let's do a leaping attack. Let's see how quick that goes. Okay, pretty quick. So it's like this one enemy also did to us ages ago. Yeah, this is gonna change how we should buff. Interesting. I have to change it up a little.
To battle!
Now don't give Titan's touch to us, that makes no sense. Why would you give that to us? I'm just trying to see if how much damage she was actually doing. Kills in shadow, hits wisp, 56 crushing, Jesus. How about you do your special big attack, though you're frightened. So that just hit for 11, it seemed. So why is she going only after this one? Maybe I shouldn't have disengaged. I thought it was still in time. Cool attack that Kayla's just used. Rive the Marrow, yeah, that's this ability that all the NPCs keep using, which does a lot of damage. Well, thank you for buffing us. Okay. Feels like we're strong.
Will do.
Did she just automatically use that ability? Must have. Yeah, this trample. Yeah. So this is our cone. Definitely can hit like 3 enemies with that if we want.
Nope.
Well, that was simple. You fight well. Remind me to always stay on your side of the battlefield. The soldier loosens the bindings on his gauntlets and flexes his fingers. By the Brotherhood, who knows how much worse that might have gone without your help. I'm Brother Kalis. I apologize that there wasn't time for introductions earlier. On behalf of the Bronze Brotherhood, I welcome you to Twin Rivers. I can only assume you're here for Retamon. Yeah, what happened? What are Retamon's plans? I wish I knew. Retamon said he was going to carry out the next part of his plan. He unsealed the door and went inside with some of our brothers. A few minutes later, the Bane came out pouring of the entrance and overwhelmed us. I saw Retamon standing at the entrance wearing a strange helmet. He was smiling. He watched the Bane overwhelm us and he was smiling. Then the doors closed and I became a little more occupied with staying alive. Well, I need to get inside the old walls. Can you point me to the entrance? Entrance is to the north, but the bridge is out. Damn scourges are more wily than they let on. Unless you want to jump across the river, you'll have to go around. You won't have much luck with getting inside, since Retamon sealed the entrance behind him. Welby might be able to help you, though. She was trying to rally my brother northeast of here. Okay, farewell. Well, we saw this. I assume this is like a squeeze through. Work through the bush. So you have to interact 2 times. Dig through the loose dirt to uncover what lays beneath the surface. Okay. Beneath the dirt you find a collection of bones wrapped in tattered crimson rags. A shining medallion bearing the insignia of a blood chanter order rests among the bones. Markings on the bones indicate these blood chanters were killed by the iron weapons of the disfavored. Bones are brittle. Smells of old blood and iron cuts. Means always humans have hunted humans, yep. It would seem the disfavored and Scarlet Chorus started their feud a little earlier than we thought. So can we go pick this up now? Maybe she doesn't fit or something. Another regenerating accessory. Interesting. Well, let's give that to the verse. So she has a parrying and a regenerating one now. Yeah, 280 health is quite a bit that she has now. Let's see if it's enough. For now, let's squeeze through back.
Right. Moving cautiously.
I love this sneak on her. Let's do a quick save. And let's see what we find over here. Yeah, I was thinking there's going to be more. How about you just kind of sneak over by yourself? What's this? Malice. Seems like a powerful one. I guess you 3 also just kind of sneak closer. I'm wondering if she should actually just charge Malice. But then, yeah, likely she'll just get aggro from everything, but I guess Malice is the main one.
Yes.
Let's switch over to combat log. Okay, then let's start focusing one, I guess. But we immune to bleeding, immune to prone. Something that 82. Critical hit from her. Okay, well, this is a lot of damage.
Right. I'm starting to think we're bad at making friends.
No, you actually cast this. And you cast the ability which will heal her when she gets low. Okay, verse about you. I wish we could know how much health Malice has. Because, yeah, we just kind of attacked that one. Let's focus on this Scourge, actually.
Not a problem, boss.
But you heal her? Okay. You still didn't actually heal her. Standing there, but... let's see. So, Malice is a little low. I'm not sure Gravedigger is gonna do a lot. Let's... yeah, do a swipe like that. Should hit 3 of them. Great. Verse hits Malice for 7 piercing. She's still doing Gravedigger though, seemingly. How about some more might and vitality? Okay, Verse is done with Gravedigger, so how about you do a Mocking Iron on Malice? Kills in Shadows done. So how about you just... does it show which one it hits? I'm not sure. But let's try.
Got it.
And then we are also done with our ability, so how about Concussive Bolts? They're all kind of just full on health though.
Come and dance with me.
I'm also not sure. So they have a lot of will defense, so just wondering... well, they actually have a lot of dodge and parry comparatively. But we really should just be using physical against them.
You got it.
Okay, Lantry, can you false pit these things? I don't think so. How about actually you together use this Quicken, because everybody can use a bit of health at this point. So Kills in Shadow did... it's somehow so weird to have these new abilities that you suddenly need to pay attention to. And I didn't realize where she moved to with that trample. So I see a 30 and 32 on this Scourge. So I see the 32 come in from Kills in Shadow, but I don't see the 30. So who did 30? Not sure. I don't see it. So Verse. How about... so this Malice is gonna heal up by consuming a wisp. I see. Then how about you just light it on fire for now? And everybody got healed apart from Kills in Shadow, which was too far away. I should put a quick item. Well, maybe I should not put quick items here.
Pray hits hard.
Okay, so Malice is afflicted by Mage Fire, so that should be good. Still 11 seconds and 8 seconds. I guess we just Fireball. Just to nuke one down. Would be ideal. Yeah, let's have verse also. Yeah, no, we're gonna need to drink up. Okay, one is down. That's good. Lantry, how about you also just rhyme spike that one? What sort of pathing is this? It's horrible, like walk all the way around. Why? Not sure how smart it is to grab your bow when something is, you know, like you're engaged with it, so. Doesn't Shadow grazes the wisp for 21. Not too bad. Then again, those wisps are also hitting Lantry for 51 and kills in Shadow for 32. I mean, damage has gone up a lot. So let's... No, actually, how about you use that erase the record on... I'm not sure this thing is engaged to our character. Because it seems like both Verse and us are engaged to it, but it's not engaged to us. So we should be okay to step away. Yes, excellent. So Mocking Blow. It's just a taunt, so it doesn't do anything else, so... I guess just normal hit it. Analysis kills in Shadow for 8. I guess it's some sort of AoE it has. Elemental weakness. Oh, elemental weakness for shock damage. Okay, that I should have looked at that first. Well, how about instead we use fire then? And how about you use shock, electric jolt? Now it hits first for 12 raw damage. Also hits. It's just doing a lot of raw damage, but at least it's dying pretty quick now. Yeah, I think you can just keep attacking. I think Lantry... Yeah, you just heal us, just in case. Excellent. Malice.
Right.
Not too weak. Any additional good loot from these guys? Pretty cool fight, and I think so far I'm liking having kills in Shadow in a party. One-handed axe. Maybe we compare that now on Verse. Potion of Protection. Let's quickly compare this. So this is a 1316. But it's a slashing weapon. But it does have armor penetration. So I'm not entirely sure. Okay, so like to me, like a pierce also pierces armor, but that's not true. So how about we do this? This should be better. I think. Slower, but more damage. Looks cool though. Really fits with her whole attire. What do we find?
I'd say that's worth a second glance.
And a trap.
Interesting.
So iron ingots, sable roots, and rod spear. I guess we will train our subterfuge. More traps.
Slow down. Let's take a closer look.
Let's take a closer look, but don't step in it. Though I'm not sure if the AI is like fast enough. Fast enough? If it's smart enough, I should say. To not step in a trap that you've spotted. So, Scourge and a Wisp. Well, let's focus down the Scourge, I guess. So yeah, she just engaged in melee, and I guess the damage will come in like immediately now. So Lantry, how about you buff 3 of us? Verse, I guess you just try and get that shot in first with the bow. And we will just rhyme spike.
Heads up, we have company.
So how much she... Yeah, she engaged and hit for 62. Not bad. Not bad at all. So let's... Oh, I thought there were 2 enemies, not 3. His bruiser barely injured though, so...
As you command.
Immune to burning, okay. Eviscerate heals Scourge for 59, okay. Good to know. How about you do this cone attack for all 3?
On it.
You got it.
Well, maybe we should actually attack that one then, considering it's weakened to a magic now. And
Right.
you just keep attacking that one.
Will do.
Seems like no problem. Yeah, you want to talk, Welby? Don't mind me looting first. 2 Bane Essence.
You didn't see nothing.
Can't do that.
No, nothing here. Okay, fine. Fine, then we'll just talk. And there's something up here. I was hoping to see you again, Fatebinder. Welby looks at the bodies of the Scourge. You picked the perfect time to show your face. Normally would ask you to explain yourself. She gives you a stern look. Indiscriminately attacking those with different views from yours is the sign of a small mind, but in light of recent events, I'm inclined to agree with your methods. You're here for Retamon, aren't you? Welby nods as if she's answering her own question. I won't waste your time. He's gone. As in, the keystone you'll need to get to him. That half-wit brute Myrek took it to Deserter's March. She spits when she says Myrek's name. He went to gather more support for Retamon's maddening plot. The brothers out here are outraged by Retamon's betrayer. He's gone crazier than a Candle Mountain miner. So if you're here to help, we'll take any help we can get. We can to get that keystone back from Deserter's March. I've got my hands full here. Well, I've already got it, but, you know. So do you know what Retamon is hoping to accomplish? His growing mania with the Bane has exploded into an obsession. I think he's planning on using them to purge Lethian's Crossing of all the unworthy. She points empathetically at the old walls as she speaks. The problem is, the Bane know nothing of worth. All they know is death and chaos. If Retamon is allowed to go through with this, Lethian's Crossing will be destroyed. So do you have any idea what I might say to Retamon to convince him to stand down? I think literally nothing, but we can ask. I have no clue, Fatebinder. I have tried repeatedly to talk him out of this insane plot and nothing I say gets through. Maybe you will listen to someone who isn't so close to him. He responds most to flattery lately. Maybe you can butter him up. Well, I've got the keystone. That is wonderful news. Unfortunately, this is only the first puddle of Beastman piss you'll have to deal with. You must get inside the old walls and confront Retamon. She winces and doubles over briefly. I'm not going to be able to go with you, Fatebinder. I'm in no condition to fight right now. I have no doubt you'll be able to handle yourself in there. Good luck. Comes across a little like, well, I don't want to right now, even though none of us died. You know, at least in the encounter. So do we just want to climb the wall? I assume this is the entrance, but seemingly not. Bronze dagger. Normal items. Oh, Sandra. That's one we were looking for.
Sorry, I can't.
What do you mean you can't? Hello, Sandra. Stay back, I'm armed. Clad in the piecemeal letters, the sweaty man sizes you up, relaxing slightly as he reads your features. Leave me be, please. I'm sick and wish to be left alone. I don't wish to speak to anyone right now. I know you killed Dea's wife. Well, let's not immediately say that. You seem nervous, not ill. Indeed I am. I can't stomach it anymore. I thought I'd just get used to seeing people die, but the Brotherhood and their raids, there's just no end in sight. He kicks at the soil, his hands idly playing with his necklace, as his feet shuffle anxiously. I just want to be away from the folk of the Crossing right now. You're somewhat oddly dressed for a Brotherhood mercenary. He looks down at what he's wearing. Oh. This, I'm not actually a Brotherhood soldier. He stops a moment, gauging your reaction. It was the only way I could see to get out of Lethian's Crossing alive. Dea was trying to find me. I thought it best to disguise myself as a Brotherhood sellsword and follow them. I found a dead brother and donned some of his armor. I didn't really have time to figure out how to put it all on, but it worked well enough to get me here. Well, I know you killed Dea's wife. What? You must be joking. I would never. His mouth moves, but no words form as he steps back. It's a lie. His eyes dart about the many directions he could run. Tell me your side of the story. Yeah, just tell me what you did, Sandro. I swear I won't tell anyone. May Kyra strike me down if I'm lying. He trembles pitifully. I didn't kill Phaedra, she did. It was Dea. You saw Phaedra die? Won't be forgetting it no matter how hard I try. He wipes at his eye, his body shaking. It was Dea. I watched her kill her own wife. He takes several long breaths, doubling over in panic. It was during that last raid when the brigands attacked. Why would Dea kill his own wife? How should I know? Dea was never happy with her, and she wasn't happy that Vader and I were friends. Vader never should have married her. I told Vader it was a bad idea, but she wouldn't listen, and now she's dead. What could Dea possibly have gained from Vader's death? Well, what any woman could gain. Land. Vader owned her home in Lethian's Crossing. Not many can make that claim. Let's go for the lore check, I guess. If you're lying by a mission, I'll personally toss you in the dungeons at Bastard City. Because I just want more lore. Alarmed. Alarmed, Sandortos throws his arms to stave you off. Please have mercy. You see, Phaedra, well, she was Lethian's granddaughter. Well, we know. As Lethian's only known female heir, she inherited the land that Lethian Crossing sits on. But she didn't like to make a fuss about it. She just did what was needed to ensure the future of the town and left it at that. He looks around nervously and whispers. Dea, on the other hand, wanted more. I think she taxed the merchants till near their breaking point if she was able. Well, how can you be sure that that's what Dea wanted? Dea was always pushing Vader to increase the number of rings they collected from the merchants. Fortunately, Vader wouldn't have it. She loved Lethian Crossing and refused to manipulate his people for her own gain. Okay. So why are you wearing the necklace? This? He touches the simple turquoise medallion around his neck. It's mine. Vader bought it for me in Ardennes 10 years ago. Sandra looks about. Did Dea tell you this was Vader's necklace? That's absurd. The necklace is a symbol of the friendship Vader and I had. Give me the necklace, so is the fool, Dea. Sandra eyes you with suspicion. She lies about me, so now I should lose my necklace? The one that Vader gave me? He grabs the turquoise medallion and runs it between his fingers for a long moment. Fine, take it. If it brings Dea to justice, then it's worth the price. And maybe we can agree to meet somewhere at some point. Well, apparently that's all we can do. We can't loot anything. Oh, we can. This doesn't show the icon. So disengagement, defense, and more deflection. Seems like good boots. Let's equip them. So actually their leather light armor, yeah, maybe it's more practical on her. So yeah, I think they're better on her. Cool. Yes, we can climb back down. Seems like we also got a level up on laundry. I guess let's go for... yeah, I guess next up is going to be some vitality for him. What were we getting? Just more lore? Well, bonus spell slot is always kind of useful. And more lore experience overall, I think that is just powerful. And stands frozen. Also kind of cool, but not what we primarily do with him. The Mage Slayer stance. Okay, so while in this stance, Lantries attack drain magical energy from their targets, silencing them. But this is probably on weapon hit, yes. But then, you know, like we have to not be casting offensive spells to do this. those silence is probably very useful. I'm just going to go with Learned Instructor for now. Just more lore, because we have, you know, 2 people who are casting
On it.
spells. So getting more lore on both seems pretty great.
They won't see me coming. Is that all? I've got this.
Hide, bronze. Okay. Very well. The opposing wall looms over the river, stretching up and out of sight. Bronze great axe. 20 to 25? Not bad, I guess. I guess it's all the same. Enter the old walls. Well, first there's another campfire, so let's make sure we loot what we can.
Well, this is interesting.
Light leather gloves. Exactly what she has. And it's better than what we have. Still not sure how useful it would be to equip heavy armor on us. Wait, I never learned this? Adding a slight interrupt to a spell. Well, that's something which we want to do, yeah. Okay, so we have 83 and he has 86 now. Yeah, we need to find these Titan's Touch or the Sigil of Vigor. Or Sigil of Life. Both of those. Okay, so a Fireball, which now can do a weak interrupt as well. So a Fireball that also bleeds. Is that what we want? Reduce the range and make it bleed. Oh, and it's also the AoE also bleeds. That seems good. That seems really good. It just seems like unfair. Okay, so let's add a bleed. I guess also reduce. We need 2 more. That is unfortunate. But we reduce the damage. So 17 to 26. So we're giving up an AoE bleed. I think that's for now still worth it. Okay, so Electric Jolt. We can't really do too much different with that. What if we add another interrupt to that? Because it's already interrupting. No? It stuns, not an interrupt. Okay, well. Yeah, interrupts are powerful. That's why they are so expensive. So this hardly seems worth it, actually. Okay, so that's the Fireball. How about Searing Palm? It's all the same. But I guess let's add a bleed to that too. So this is already 75 as well. Guess let's not do that. Yeah, it's a little annoying that we need just 2 more lore. I guess we just add an interrupt to False Pit, because we don't use it for the damage. So bleeding and prone. And an interrupt. Yes. Okay. So it's basically your overall, you bleed, interrupt, and then, you know, you have a chance of going prone as well, which also is an interrupt. So it's just your big interrupt spell. Okay, so this is already 75, so there's not really much we can do with that. This is also 75. Well, we can increase the range. No, we can't. So this one is 60, Rhyme Spike. Yeah, because we were just kind of messing with that one. Guess we can just remove this for now. Though I guess I can just add another, you know, ability, even though I won't necessarily use it. Give ourselves a different shield. Not sure grounding core is really it. Like glowing barrier at least seems pretty useful for the time you need it. No, I don't want to do that. Wondering, I guess I'll give it to him too. He has a 70. I guess we can increase the range. He has the 80. I guess the stun and bleeding is maybe good, but maybe just up to 5 more damage is better. And the Rhyme Spike can definitely use a bleed. So she can do that with a bleed, she can do Rhyme Spike with just more force. Not yet. Okay, well I think that's that. Another iron ingot. So nothing else. Bits of metal flakes surrounding the campfire and a pair of forge-bound tongs. It looks like whoever was here left in a hurry and forgot to take them. Nearby tracks head into the old walls. Well, let's go see. Use the keystone. Flatfoot Ferris. He looks terrified. Also, what was it with the shh sound? Are we that good at sneaking? You didn't see us? The Brotherhood soldier eyes you with immediate distrust, holding up a hand, indicating you should stop. How in the name of my fallen brothers did you get in here? Well, considering he already seems a little unsure about us, should we go for the subterfuge? Indicating that there are other ways past doors and I know them? He might just call us out on our bullshit though. So we can also just say that Myrick gave me the keystone, considering we know that he had it. So what happened to Myrick if you have the keystone? Why isn't he with you? Well, there was an altercation. Well, yeah, let's just go for the lie. It seems like the best option to me. So, actually, I found him dead in Deserter's March, and it wasn't his body. I guess I shouldn't be surprised. Myrick never was the strongest soldier. Nice enough guy and fiercely loyal, but I'm surprised he lasted as long as he did. Still, it doesn't explain how you got here or why. Tell me what you want or get gone. What happened here? Well, okay, he seems talkative. After we got in here, Retamon went on ahead, said he had something he needed to do. We heard this terrible noise and suddenly we were swarmed by scourges. They looked like they were running away from something. It was crazy. I've never seen him act like that before. Some of them attacked us, but most of them just kept going right out the door, and then Retamon reappeared and the rest of the scourges just up and left. Retamon was laughing, almost like it was a game. He was saying, "This will show them, this is just a taste." Then he sealed the doors and told me not to let anyone else through. So what is the Brotherhood doing inside the old walls? Ferris looks at you like you're crazy. I don't see how that is any of your business, really, but I suppose I also don't see how it would hurt to tell you, since you're already here. Ever since Retamon spent a night inside to prove he was worthy to be the first brother, he spent more and more time in here. He said he mapped out the path so he can get through without attracting the Bane, and we've never had a problem as long as we stayed in this room. We can hide out and no one knows we're here. You're the first one I've seen in here who wasn't part of the Brotherhood. He told me to stay here and give me something he calls a torch key. I have no idea what it is or what it does, and Retamon didn't tell me. He keeps his secrets to himself. Okay, can you give me the torch key? I think I know how to get him to give it up. Lantry slides in closer with a whisper. Might I have a word with him? If you think you can get it from him, go ahead and try. Okay, so let's see what Lantry says. Son, what you're holding is a piece of history. Now us sages are sworn to protect history. Snatching a squill into his hand, he steps forward, inking circles on his palm. And I'll be happy to leave that trinket in your good care, but I need you to shake my hand and promise you'll care for it and not sell it. Lantry steps forward, his ink-stained hand extended. Please say yes, otherwise my friend here will start a fight, things will get messy. The old sage rolls his eyes. Yeah? He nods, smiling an impish grin. I can certainly promise you that I'll really take care of this precious relic. Ferris steps forward, grabs Lantry's hand and gives him a vigorous handshake. The handshake continues. Otherwise, my friend here might... something? Lantry smiles, his head nodding in unison with Ferris. As the two are locked in a blissful, delirious handshake, you snatch the torch key from Flatfoot Ferris. The two continue to shake hands until at last Ferris's eye twitches and the mercenary comes to his sense. Oh, what were we discussing? Interesting. Well, I'll be back. I guess we are allowed to pass.
Well, this isn't...
Banecollar's manteau. Grace deflection. This once fine cloak has seen significant use and abuse over the centuries. Claw marks have reduced the hem to tatters, suggesting that the garment itself must be remarkable to have survived this long in one piece. And then a garnet and a hide next to it.
Interesting.
Maybe that should go to Lantry? Because, you know, survivability is good on your healer. The crystal in the beacon shimmers softly as you bring... Well, I guess... As you bring what? I didn't see it. It was too fast. Yeah, I was thinking that's where you have to place the torch key. So a lot of healing potions. Nothing in this corner. So what about this thing directly? So you need to use the torch key. A rune on the floor, because why would they put runes anywhere else? So that would be this path. So then what's this room? A room where they trap you? Or
Hey.
just extra
There.
loot? Yeah, just free money. And a sneak peek into the big room over there. Should we take it back now? Okay, well that seems to do nothing else.
They won't see me coming.
Guess you have to touch the rooms or the, you know, glimmering things one by one in the right order. Iron Great Spear. Okay, I'm just seeing this one at this pattern. I'm assuming this pattern matters. You know, this is a more old school type of RPG, so it might just be real bad to touch what you're not supposed to touch. Then again, I also don't fully understand the whole... You can touch this button at any time kind of deal. Okay, so I think this one should just open this room. Crystal in the beacon is not responding to torch key from these old walls. Ah. But are different ones. There's the Ameth torch key. Interesting. Okay, so we will have to visit multiple ones. So this one works. I guess we go to the side path first. I'm just saying it's a side path because we didn't touch the normal torch key with it.
They won't see me coming.
Yeah, I'm just suddenly realizing, oh, I'm just running around and there might just be a trap which just, you know, one-shots us. Well, that's where it would have ended, so maybe we just quickly walk back. Because if this also seems like a different pattern and this door will not open, but, you know, it takes us a couple of seconds to try, so I think we should. Yeah, I was thinking this might be just treasure rooms.
Interesting.
Come on, get out in time. Excellent. Could change their order.
All right, follow me.
Let me see if I got the order right now. Not quite. So I want Lantry and Verse to change. Okay, good. We got it, finally. Okay, so Verse, how about you? Or Kills in Shadow, how about you do your leaping attack, because it matters so much to you.
It's time to hunt, slaughter, kill!
Okay, so you do your... Can I not target that? No, not Kills in Shadow. The enemy she's essentially standing on. But okay. How about we... We just go spike those enemies. I think that's the right call for now. Actually, Lantry, how about you put this... What, erase the record? Yeah. So you do your skewer. You buff all 4 of us that way. Buff all 4, yes, and I don't misclick. Let's first queue ourselves. That ability. I'm not sure what's up with this enemy, because I'm not sure I can actually target it.
On it.
Strong! Still ache.
I'm not sure it actually got damaged. The one that she's standing on, literally, that is. So Breaking Iron might as well. And I think Verse will finish that one off. So how about you just do... Yes, good job. It's weird, and I don't want to move her, because she'll just get disengagement. But okay. Then I guess we will just... Concussive Bolt. Again, can't focus that enemy, so I guess we just Bolt the Scourge. Immune to bleeding, immune to prone. Well, we tried.
Pay attention, kids. You might learn something.
I like Lantry. He makes for a great character, I think. So Fireball on all three. Actually, Fireball would be a great ability to do now with the bleeding effect. Well, they're immune to bleeding, so well, maybe not that good.
Thing.
So Verse can attack it. Okay. I guess.
Will do.
Yeah, these are fairly weak.
There's nothing.
Great. They didn't drop anything. I see. I will just check. I assume it's just treasure. No. Did we go to this room yet? We didn't, no? No, we didn't. I'm just wondering about the perspective. Because there's a thing to touch. Okay, Bane touched Gauntlet, Sigil of Taratus, +10 control Gravelight. So this would be an item for Gravelight. Didn't Ebb use this? Or was this Siren? I don't know. Yeah, we can't touch it from over here, so for now let's just run right back. Yeah, because clearly we need to... Maybe we like get back out through this or something. And we can move that lift. No, just do that. And she has a level. I think she does pretty great. Let's keep her health high, because that's her main thing. And she has an attribute or talent. So bonus damage, she can still just do more bonus damage. I think maybe just overall 15% is good now. So she can double damage taken, but do 50% more damage. Going to be an interesting stance. Not sure it's great. And she gets even more maximum health and frost resistance. Yeah, I do ultimately think that this like earth or crush, frost and shock resistance is going to be super useful. Untamed Might. Nah, I think, yeah, she needs Untamed Might 1 first. And then later after that we can get another plus 30%. So it's plus 15 and then plus 30%. It's just crazy amount of percentage, I think. Okay. I gathered my party, no worries. Now let's see what we run into.
I'll be your shadow.
I'm just gonna touch these statues last. Because I'm sure at some point it's gonna be just a trick and a trap or something. Torn piece of parchment. This piece of parchment depicts the sigils of old walls torch keys. So now we can touch this one too. So just because I don't fully understand. We picked up a note which had like a scribbling on it. So now we can suddenly touch it. So what if we go back here now? I'm sorry, this is like backtracking, but... I'm just wondering if this will now open up that other room. With this room. Because now we have a second one, supposedly. No. I just don't understand, because we just picked up an item. Or, you know, a piece of paper. And now it's like we have a second torch key. Because in my mind, like we have like some sort of physical key that we, you know, like touch or something. But seemingly like we're just waving a pattern of sorts. So what if we switch it to this? Nothing happens? Because we already unlocked that.
I'll be your shadow.
Okay, well, I guess you just run in. Verse, I guess you also attack that one. Laundry, you just buff all of us. And we will kind of move into the room. We can't.
I'm on it.
I like how quick these things are all dying. Just a lot of fun. Yeah, so that's a stronger malice, which does mean that since they heal by consuming the others, it's better to just nuke them down. Laundry, how about you use this erase the record? Okay, so he finished casting it, so she still has this buff? No. That's a big debuff that Kills in Shadow actually has. So how... I guess was she already healed? Laundry critically hits. But I don't see that... Aura of Malice removes a friendly effect. I see. That's what happened. No, but we use concussive bolts.
Sorry, I can't.
Or you. You look cool with your abilities. I guess we just throw a fireball. Laundry, you can also just zap it. Kills in Shadow seems like a beast. One of the mercenaries steps forward, struggling to stand. Whoever you are, thank you. We had better chances when our numbers were greater, but things began to descend once the Bane ambushed us. So what are you doing here? He winces again after discovering a new wound in his leg. We entered into the old walls with Retamon, but we were quickly separated and our ranks broken by the Bane. Retamon pressed forward, told us to fight back the Bane and regroup once they had been defeated. His face begins to drain of color, but they never stopped, wave after wave, for hours. They never stopped. The mercenary begins to take inventory of your company. Did Retamon send you to rescue us? Yeah, Retamon never had any intention of coming back for you, I'm sorry. A shriek of anger flashes across his face before it quickly subsides to despair as the truth sets in. We had our doubts when we entered into the old walls, and only a handful of Brotherhood were given torch keys. As you can tell, we were not among them. The mercenary nods to his companions, and they grab what they can and begin to shuffle off. We'll be heading back to camp. We've had enough of this shithole for one day. Retamon can rot here for all I care. So we got a passive ability for more melee damage. Well, that's party-wide? No, not even. Delay unconsciousness for 4 seconds. We get slightly more wrath with them, okay. Oh well. Oh wait, there's more. That's funny.
More tallies to the body.
Yeah, so she can't... Let's just... What is it? Trample over there? I guess we use that. For a fireball. Actually, maybe we just buff... With the... What is it? Mirror image?
Right.
I guess she can do her side swipe. Yeah, so that does what? 23 and 19 damage? And hobbles them? Not bad. So Verse just got done with her ability. I guess since we are not casting anything, we can just use the Death from Above. Because I like that ability, it looks very cool. Lawn Tree, how about you just zap it? In fact, how about you zap this one?
At once.
Ready for another?
The Burst just killed it, so then, yeah, there's no automatic switching to the target who's still alive. I see. I guess you can use your big attack. Okay, so out of every one of these things, so there's what, 2 here, and then there's going to be 2 more, is the way it's seeming. Maybe we use our combo ability first. So how about... Yeah, we let her just tank it for now. So Verse got knocked down seemingly. I guess we just got done with this ability to charge that one, so how about we just back off a little. Laundry, how about you heal Verse? And then Verse is done. I guess just keep hitting it. This one seems to be dying soon. How about we throw some fire on it? Or on this one.
Pity, you won't enjoy this.
Well, I think there's going to be one
As
more.
much as I do.
I was assuming. Okay, Aquamarine, another Bane Essence, another Heavy Armor. Because the second group kind of burst out of this, didn't they? I thought so anyway.
Ah, got it.
Well, seems that they do, yes. So they have seen us? Because we started combat, seemingly. But everybody's also still... How about all of you just kind of go back? And there's... Ah, I see. So it is whenever you get close to them, or close enough to them? Why would you just charge those instead? $59, not bad. Can't target it, which is getting a little annoying. So how about you just shoot at that one?
Fall before me.
Jesus. Kills in Shadow hits for 25 and for 19. That's quite some damage. Okay, so Lantry is getting attacked. So how about we... I guess for now finish up the other wisps quickly. I guess let's zap it. Just throw some fireballs at them. So I guess this is actually technically the correct target. So I was going to complain that Kills in Shadow is walking all the way around, but this one is weaker, so it makes it's actually good to try and do that. Unless she can reach from there. Seemingly she's going to attack this one. Can you heal yourself? Yes. That's fair. Healing yourself. Keeping the healer alive tends to be a good strategy.
You
I don't think you could prone these because, well, how do you prone something that just, you know, ephemeral? Kills in Shadow is having some real problems with pathing. I just walk around. It's not so difficult. See? Not that difficult. Okay, great. Another piece of parchment depicts the sigils of old walls, torch keys. I guess we've just learned another one. So I'm assuming that this will then open that door? No? No, this door then.
Spotted something with sharp eyes.
Shh. And this is probably another trap too? Yep.
Smells strange.
Okay, so giant platform, or this will probably open this door.
No, sorry.
Apprentice Garrick. Leave no one behind. You found Garrick. Who's gone missing? Yeah, I was thinking that's the...
Have a look here.
There's gems. Okay, well, I'll take it. And let's talk to him then. The bloody dirt-smeared man cries out when he sees you. Thank the forge tender you found me. We have to get out of here before the Scourge come back. Or the Brotherhood. I'm not sure which scares me more. Slow down, what are you doing here? I was searching the area near the Old Wall's entrance for unique metals or runes I could use in my crafting. I'm trying to advance to the next level of my apprenticeship. Impressing forge masters is much harder than it sounds, and Master Lahar is especially demanding. You really need to stand out, and I thought this was my chance. I didn't even know the Bronze Brotherhood were here until some of them showed up. I grabbed a discarded helmet and tried to blend in until I could get away. Their leader thought I was a soldier who got stuck away from his post, so he demanded that I return to my duties. I was scared, so he shrugs with defeat. I followed my orders and went inside. As soon as I could get out of sight, I started running to find a way out. There's supposed to be a path to Lethian's Crossing. Somewhere. He shakes his head, but that could just be a story. Of course I got turned around and couldn't find my way back. Well, yeah, I believe that, yeah. That maybe at the end of this we just walk back into Lethian's Crossing, just at between the waterfalls. I barricaded myself in here to keep away from the Bronze Brotherhood patrols and the Scourges roaming around. If you hadn't shown up, it would only have been a matter of time before something found me. So we can ask him for his tools. I'm not sure why at this point. I like how we can just ask about Master Lahar. It's like, seems like the place and time, right? So don't you know it's illegal to trespass in the Old Walls? I know this doesn't look good, but I was hoping that someone would look the other way, since I'm doing it all for the sake of my work. The Chorus garrison definitely spotted me leaving. I didn't think there was a problem. I'm not in any trouble, am I? I'm in the old walls too, aren't I? Let's just keep the secret. Sometimes I forget that you Fatebinders are beholden to Kairos' law. Of course, if I get out of here, I won't mention it to anyone. Please, you can't leave me here. You must help me get out. There are things in here, bad things, hungry things. Why not disguise yourself and sneak out? I would have, but I was committed to finding that connection with Lethian's Crossing and left behind the Brotherhood armor I found. It was ill-fitting and noisy. It didn't help me evade the Bane, which I can assure you is far more pressing concern this far into the old walls than some hot-headed thugs. But you're right, the disguise is the better choice. He grimaces, shaking his fist in frustration. It wasn't smart of me to let go of it. I know, I haven't been thinking straight. It's been a moment-to-moment struggle just to stay alive in this cursed place. I'm not sure you can find the gear I left behind, but I have heard the Brotherhood running through these halls. I'm certain there must be at least one around here that isn't in need of his armor anymore. With it, I believe I can make my way out. So, I'm just wondering about those tools. So tell me about Lahara, for some reason. She's strict, but she makes sure things get done quickly and efficiently. And like I said, she's also impossible to impress. I figured if I could find something in here to enhance my work, she'd have to notice me. Now all I'm going to get is a lecture. He looks around, a forlorn expression on his face. That is, if I get out of here. So that's some nice tools you have. Give them to me. He gives you a skeptical look. I'm not sure why you would need them in here, but okay. He removes his pack and hands it to you. What do you need them for? Thanks. Now I have to explore the rest of the old walls without you. That's not what I meant to do. No. No, not at all what I wanted to do. Damn it. Did we give him a disguise? Is that what the quest just said? Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Can I just go back slightly? Yeah, it's late. Let's quick save. I'm just wondering if the save was just after all of this. Oh, the quick save I did before I just overwrote. That's not very smart. Well, then that's just the way it is. That's just the way it is, apparently. Ugh. That's not at all what I intended. See, that's one thing I don't like sometimes about these dialogues. Like when you know, inadvertently end up doing something you didn't intend. It's just frustrating because I wanted to, you know, help him out. And I was just thinking like, oh, well, there's two options about tools. It's done something like that before when you know, need some tools to, you know, I don't know, like hit one of these things because it is malfunctioning or something. And I just haven't triggered that, you know, piece of the dialogue, but I can already ask it out of sequence, essentially. I was thinking it was one of those. Okay, so how about we buff her?
Will do. I'll take care.
So this one is going down relatively quick. That's good.
Nothing.
I guess we want to use our sweeping attack.
Human demands two.
And I guess we'll all focus fire this one which is weak. And you will kill her.
Beast woman.
So it is a lot of damage they're doing. I guess you also immediately actually heal her as well. She just healed for 100, but well, 100 is not that much. So Verse, how about you taunt one? Okay, a little better. Okay, I guess this one is dying faster anyway. She's frightened. Maybe we try and move quickly over to this one. Let's... I guess... They all seem to have some sort of healing, don't they? This one was on lower health before. Yeah, she did need to get out of there. Laundry, you can shock that one.
At once.
I guess you can skewer that. So you're also very, very low. Yeah, it's healing time. No, we just do healing. Yeah, attack melee times 2. That seems pretty good.
Can't do that.
Please get in time. Thank you. It's a shame that she misses with her 2 attacks. But okay, that's what happens sometimes.
Think they can hit me. Oh, someone stitch me up.
Things do a lot of damage. Also, I didn't quite realize that Verse was not within the AoE heal. I should not go close to this because they will burst out. Now it's okay to do so. Oh.
Sorry, can't do that.
I guess they will once we touch the next pillar. Raw, Citron, and Myth. Yeah, I figure it's just always going to be the, you know, the new one, which is the one which triggers something. I guess you can also just warp over. I guess you will all just kind of Excellent. How about a quick heal on her, just in case? Yeah, healing for 48 really doesn't seem to do a lot at this point. I somehow expected the second group to immediately trigger. So what's this? Charcoal rubbing the relief's shape to help discern the rune's design. Okay. Pressing charcoal to parchment, you capture a blurry but proportionate image. This newly added imprint fills in the remaining gaps on the scroll, giving you a clear representation of the carved rune. This is something to do with the symbol on the floor of the spire. Wait, are they just talking about the spire which we already unlocked? Because this was super clear. And we already unlocked it. I guess you're not supposed to have? Like we were... It was supposed to be too difficult or what? Was thinking maybe this room would open, but... I guess not.
You didn't see nothing.
Good job. Wait, what's her subterfuge? Yeah, ours is best, so we should have actually done that. Yeah, I was thinking this was going to be the one which has the armor for Garrick. What does this? Not the charcoal rubbing. Agent report. Combined parchment. No rose sigil, citron sigil, and the amethyst one. Yeah, okay. How about we quickly walk over here and see if we can still give it to him. Come on, I just want to give you this item, please. Ugh. I don't like this. This bugs me. Bugs me a lot. No. Can't do anything. Fate is sealed. Okay, so I guess here we'll need to use all three, and we'll be getting waves and waves of different enemies. Like so. Like, not sure if this one is going to get hit.
Heads up, we have company.
I guess yes.
I got.
Okay, then let's, you know, just unleash.
Fear nothing. Strong strike. Good. Still aches.
Okay. Nice and simple. If they just come in pairs, you know.
Come at me, grave meat.
Just gonna keep them on like whatever they want to do and just focus on the spells for Lantry and us. Seems fine for these encounters.
Sorry.
No need to, you know. They'll just keep hitting, they'll be fine.
Sorry.
I'll
I
take
can't.
care of it.
It's difficult to target. How am I targeting Apprentice Garrick? John Shadow, please move. Thank you.
Can't. Right.
I'll take care of it.
It's hard.
On it.
Okay, good enough. Probably forgot to pick up an essence, yep. Just gonna quick save and run past these. I guess they don't trigger quite yet. Let's look at this first. You've seen the symbol repeated with remarkable consistency throughout the place. Since research of old walls has been forbidden, it's likely that the symbol's meaning has been lost to history.
Look at that.
Okay, I guess you use your bow. We rhyme spike.
Future corpse.
Good bulwark. Always I'm doing as alpha acts.
Fantastic.
Count on it.
See that? I'm not entirely
No, you're far from useless, Lantry. You should know that.
Right.
Felt nothing.
Great. It's very generous that all of these are coming just,
at once.
you know, in batches of 2. If they all came at once, it'd be a problem.
We'll slaughter. Rip with claws.
Let her just use her ability. Let's just fireball with him. Ah, we crit for 85. Not bad. Not bad indeed.
Will do.
I'm just thinking maybe I should actually put like Rhyme Spike on like 6 and 7. I feel like we still use more offensive
Consider it done.
abilities on Lantry anyway. Come on, just die. Thank you. So one more. It's annoying when I quick save and then I scroll. Or you know, like I don't know, what do you call this? Like your mouse scroll? And it just throws you like somewhere else on the map. It's a little disorienting. I was thinking there was going to be a malice. Okay, I guess let's zap. Well, actually, let's buff her.
On it.
Felt nothing.
She does seem to get frightened easily.
Will do.
Maybe she needs more of, what is it, will, I think? Okay, you can throw your thing once. To reduce the mage armor. But after that, you also have to actually cast. So this was weak to shock. Well, we don't have much other shock ability, so we do what we can. Cool looking ability. Okay, you definitely need to go heal him. And you throw a fireball, I suppose.
Will do.
Guess you can throw some fire. This thing just has a lot of health, doesn't it?
Right.
It's not good when you miss your spells, I must say.
Of course.
Okay, so no drop even from that one.
Apologies, but I can't do that.
So now what? Ah. The rune opens one more room.
We'll seep into shadow.
Research, Magic Sigil. These writings describe the process for creating a magical accent. You should be able to decipher the instructions with access to a Spire library upgrade. I'm just also thinking about the way these things are sequenced, because for now they assume that I would not have been able to work out the rune pattern at the ground floor in Lethian's Crossing, which is very simple to actually do. But then they mention this stuff like you need a Spire library, and we only know about being able to build a library or a forge. Well, a forge we already know because we have another pattern. But I think we got that pattern probably after we got the... no, I think maybe we got that one actually before. We got the second Spire. So it just all seems a little weirdly ordered. A scroll fragment. Portion of an unknown sigil has been recorded. Okay. Guess that'll turn into an accent at some point.
Stepping lightly.
Yeah, I was thinking. We must be close now. I was wondering what that sound was. Retamon stands before a rolling ball of blue energy, his head seeming to bend and fold as light and shadow fight across his face. He wears an expression of pure ecstasy that immediately fades when the bridge retracts. Who interrupts me? He turns and sees you, his expression now one of fury. No! His voice contains equal amounts of authority and petulance. You cannot be here. This is for me, and I will not have you ruin it. How did you make it all the way through? You don't know the secrets of the old walls. One of his men hands him something small and green, and he slips it into his pocket. You're incredibly tenacious, I'll give you that. But that ends now. You do not belong here. He stomps his foot, its dry slap echoing through the enormous room and reverberating back in a quick patter. You do not belong here. His men involuntarily step back, away from his sudden rage. Just as quickly as it came, his rage subsides and he smiles, but it doesn't quite reach his eyes. But I might as well be yelling curses at the encroaching darkness for all the good it will do me to admonish you. You'll never leave Brotherhood affairs alone. Never keep out of something you have no business in. Still, I will applaud you. I never expected you get this far. Who knew when you were throwing me out of my home, taking my world from me, and sentencing me to a life in wilderness and these walls that you would be here to witness my triumph? All I wanted was to keep Lethian Crossing, to protect it, to keep it safe. I just wanted to be left alone. Or I just want to be left alone. But since you clearly have no plans on giving me some peace, you might as well stay for the main course. And trust me, they can't wait to sink their teeth in. Anything you'd like to say before you're torn apart? What is in that prison? I assume it's Sedenia. They told me to. Retamon points at the glowing sphere and all of the stone structures built into the walls. Once they start killing, they don't really discriminate. Flesh to rend is flesh to rend, you see. He taps his helmet. So this will ensure my safety. With the helmet, I can drive them back. They will give me the glory, the chance to have Lethian's Crossing as mine alone. He laughs, the sound eerily echoing back in the large chamber. Why Sedenia? to rebuild. We will need a master of the forge, and who better to take that role than the master of all forges? You're absolutely insane if you think I will ever work with you. Better yet, why don't you come over here and we will discuss our plans for rebuilding. Oh, by the way, Zdenya, Garrick is still back there. You know, I kind of left him alone. There's no enemies, but, you know, I kind of took his tools and then didn't want to give him the stuff which he actually needs to escape. But he's still standing there, so please go back there. What is in that prison? A havoc. Retamon whispers the word in the throes of renewed ecstasy, a maniacal glint shining in his eyes that grows and ebbs in intensity as the light undulates over his face. Let Kyra send his forces. They won't win. I will raise Lethian's crossing before I let him have it. Before I let you stop me. He looks at you, dangerously manic light in his eyes. This is my city. I found a lost sage. A subdued glee punctuates his words. He seems strangely agitated, as if he wants to say all the words at once, but is also fighting with himself to keep from saying them. He told me all about it. He sang such beautiful songs for me. Any chance you'll give me a torch key you hit when I walked in? You've gone completely insane. What happened? You seem so composed on Ironhall Trail. Retamon's eyes narrow. I am on the verge of having everything handed to me, only to watch you walk in with the intention of taking it from me. And you begrudge me my emotions? I will particularly enjoy watching you die. Retamon's face grows red. You will not take this from me, he shouts. Lethian's crossing is mine. Any chance you can give me the torch key? He smiles, twisting it to the side of the pocket. So the pocket is out of sight behind him. Tricky, tricky, tricky. You're far too observant for your own good. By the bane, you are a nuisance. He clucks his tongue at you. I'm wondering if we should go for the athletics. I don't think there's a point, but... What did you do to the sage? Retamon waves a hand dismissively at you. Oh, we intercepted him carrying a stack of books. I don't know where he was going, but who better than a sage to ask about local history? He smiles, glancing to the side, subconsciously licking his upper lip. He told me everything I needed to know about this, everything I needed to know to access this place. Do you even know how to release the havoc? Of course! He shouts and stomps his foot again. He shakes his head at you, and as if the answer is the most obvious thing in the world. My special sage told me everything. He was very knowledgeable about the old walls in this particular region, and the rumors of a key that could unleash the bane. He didn't want to tell me. I could tell he wanted Kairos to have Lethian's crossing, but I showed him how wrong that kind of thinking can be. He bites on the tip of his thumb, lost in thought. For a moment, you think he might have forgotten you were in the same room. Then he breaks his silence. He mentioned something about crystals and the 4 points of a compass, but it escapes me now. Frankly, he was singing so loudly that it didn't seem important at the time. So what did the sage mean about the 4 points of a compass? Retamon twiddles his fingers madly against the sides of his head as he tries to remember. It had to do with unlocking the old walls. He found the clue in an archive somewhere, said something about a compass. Ah! He fishes into his pocket and pursues a torn scrap of vellum. He drew me a diagram. He unfolds the scrap and looks at it with a frown. Of course, this is useless. Torn. You can't read it if it's not all there. He shakes the scrap around. Useless. So, give me the vellum you got from the sage. It might be important. He mumbles to himself, scratching his head, looking back and forth between you and the scrap. Finally he relents, throwing it in your direction. I can't read it anyway, so it's no use to me. Take it, why don't you? Okay. You don't think the Bane will kill you as soon as you release them? Of course they won't. Retamon looks at you incredulously. The Bane be praised. I have the helmet with their name in it. When I walked in wearing it, the prison shook. This will work. This is their will. Well, I guess we used to threaten athletics. Give me that crystal now, or we'll take it from you. You're welcome to try and take it, you fool, but I am the savior of the Bronze Brotherhood, and your accolades are dust to be trampled under my boot. I was going to watch you torn apart by the Bane, but I see now that it is my job. They want me to make you their first sacrifice. Retamon lunges to attack. Okay. So, first of all, we have a level up. Still think she needs damage. Because she is relatively low on damage, but she needs more health. Because, you know, you can do all the damage you want, but if you're not alive... let's see. So... Unleash a rapid flurry of strikes against a single foe. Each hit applies a damage over time effect. So... How many strikes? Attacks 1, 7 to 9. And then steals raw. And damage 2 is also 7 to 9 because it's half damage. I don't fully get how this should be good. Know your enemy now also grants accuracy to verse when she grazes an enemy. This effect stacks. Okay, okay. So, when an enemy strikes verse, she gains passive bonus to dodge and parry. And then now it will also give accuracy when inflicted graze. It seems could be pretty good. But Blood Calls Blood seems especially good. Melee crits damage enemies near their target. It does seem useful, but I guess special abilities are still usually good. Let's try it, I guess. Okay. It's not going to be a spell. So Fury's Embrace. So we'll put it on 9 for now. Combo abilities at the very end. I think that makes more sense. So we have Retamon and we have a Raider. So I think we just take out the ad quickly first, right? I'm also wondering if this is one of these things where you should be trying to use all 4. Sage Scroll Fragment. So we have all 4 now. In a compass-like pattern. So I wonder which side is north. I guess this is supposed to be north? Well, if we know which one is which, then we can figure out the order of them. Because again, I'm looking at the room. There are 3 of these windows, so if we pick the wrong one, we will get more ads. So I'm just wondering if this will release the prison. I'm just wondering who should be... I guess... You can't trample? Why is my 4 button not working? Ah, I can't press 4 for some reason. Why not? That's weird. I'm just wondering, yeah, okay, I guess. Oh, this is gonna be real tedious for whatever reason. I can't press the number keys. Why not? What did I do? Because I was in that window. I see. Okay, that's a little strange, but the way it is, I guess.
Can't do that.
I guess with verse we quickly just try and do this. Unavailable during combat, okay. Well, that's good to know, good to know. I guess you shoot that one first. You put might on her. He's already injured state, okay. Good to know. Let's blast. Well, actually, I'll use a fireball on both. If they both get bleeding. Verse, how about you just...
You got it. You got it.
So he's injured, the Raider's injured. It would be good first if you would attack him, so he doesn't just one-shot our healer. How about that? Yeah, 70 damage. That'll do. Yeah, you know what? She needs a taunt. Like an actual active taunt. That's not a taunt. I somehow was thinking this also has a taunt part to it, but not really. Jesus. Okay. So 70 and 55 in disengagement. Yeah, I guess I shouldn't have tried to move. Okay. I'm not sure if it matters if first attacks from behind, but we'll try. Let's see if we can just whittle him down.
You learn something every day. We should try that again.
Wait, did we miss?
Ready?
What happened? Can't you use that ability? I was thinking she's gonna pretty much die because of that Rive the Marrow. Does so much damage.
You got it.
Yeah, how about we don't just blink? How about we actually use a spell? He surrendered. So actually that is a very good ability because it does a lot of attacks. It does what, 54? And then Yeah, just 54. Look at all of the surrendered absorbs. Rhythmon sinks to his knees, coughing. He looks at you, bloodshot eyes wet with tears. How? The question is half-hearted and not really directed at you. How could this happen? Well, I don't want to kill you, because we kind of got orders, or expectations that, you know, Versus or the Voices of Nerat will want to, you know, or Tunon, I think it was said, that, you know, they will want to talk to whoever the leader is. I think one of the Scarlet Corps minions said that at some point. So I don't want to kill you, but you must agree to something if I let you live. What? His words are barely louder than a breath and you have to strain to hear him. You have already stolen my dreams. What more do you want? Yeah, you will go speak to Voice of Nerat and Cacophony. How can I refuse? I no longer have a home. I will find my place with the Scarlet Chorus. Extend the bridge and I will go there now. He holds out his hand, several objects in them. Take these. Perhaps they will be better of use to you. So he just warps over there. You acquired the Magebane helm. Okay. My power has increased, okay? And we got the Wrath ability with them too. It's a strange faction because we both gain a lot of favor and then also a lot of Wrath. But okay, yeah, we delay unconsciousness for 5 seconds. Seems good. So what other items did we get? Magebane helm. Ah. Can this window get bigger? No. Okay. So it is an artifact. Cool. So it has plus 50 defense against spells. Jesus. That's a lot. Our Striker's Cowl has a, what? Plus 10% damage while health above 75. Well, I think I'll prefer this. And I think I'll put this probably on him. Yeah, it's gonna be better. Okay. So let's read the rest of this. So artifact ability. Arcane Unraveling. Fire a bolt of energy that explodes in an area around the target, weakening and fatiguing all Bane inside the radius. Duration of these effects scale with the Magebane helm's renown. The Forgebound crafted this helmet toward the settlement of Letting's Crossing from the Bane. The iron is polished to a fine sheen, and the sigils inscribed in dark metal glows with power. The forces of Kairos have long eschewed ceremonial totems in favor of more practical items. A statue or otherwise more abstract symbol could invite analysis or interpretation, while a helmet is straightforward and nothing more and less than what it is. Even with the pragmatic confines of their art, the Forgebound seek perfection through iron. Enchantments are lovingly hammered into ore, and the shape of a piece is ushered through intentional stages of development. Okay, I'm not just kind of curious. I guess that is the artifact of it. 1 per rest. Okay. Weakened and fatigued for 30 seconds. That's a lot. So I guess we use these. So now we need to know which one is north. So I assume this is north. Let's look at the no. It's this one, right? So Let's assume this is north, so we used that one. That's wrong. Well, seemingly, it doesn't seem to matter. Why did we pause?
Spotted something with sharp eyes.
Okay. Artifact. You've discovered an artifact. Artifacts are powerful magical items that, when wielded, grant their owner a new ability. Artifacts are known throughout the tiers and the greater empire beyond. As an artifact's reputation grows, its ability becomes more powerful. So let's see what we found here. Blackened Iron Choker, which is cursed. So plus 10% damage, minus 1% health, while health above 35 every 3 seconds. So we can have an item which always heals us for 1% every 6 seconds, and then this is draining health. Not sure I want that, unless we can decurse it somehow. No, we opened it. Cool. But there's also some other rooms before that now we should be able to access as well. That's gonna freeze Denya by the camera panning. Or unleash the Havoc. Yes, I see. Okay, Lantry, how about you buff us? Verse, you shoot it. You just charge it. Okay, well. Scourge and a Wisp. I guess let's focus the Scourge. I guess you just keep beating it.
I got it.
Okay, so Verse, you go stab this one. And keep our mages alive. Energy Lash. I wonder what that does. So Lantry interrupted with that. And he's paralyzed for 1 round, I assume. 7 seconds. It's not great. Okay, well. Maybe I want to buff Verse, and Verse will then taunt, not Gravedigger, taunt the Wisp. Enraged and taunted. Excellent. That's what you want. And normal attack finish that one, I think.
On it.
Pity you won't enjoy this as much as I do.
Okay, so we get more. I will just move ourselves away. So maybe they go towards... So Verse, if you can use your new Flurry ability on one. Yeah, so Havoc is just healing from them. Lantry, how about you heal yourself? We will throw a fireball. I think she needs a heal by now. 23-second cooldown. And I think we can... Did he already just heal himself? Because then he took a lot of damage again. Yeah, he just got 57 health. And second wind also just healed us all as well. Jesus. He's doing a lot of damage. Please let this attack come in time.
Ready?
I mean, let the heal come in time. No. Okay, then how about we use our... Wait. Oh, it's a self-use. Ha! That's not quite what I was thinking it was. Okay, well, now we know.
Right.
Well, that makes this a lot more difficult. I'm sure there's going to be one more round of them, so... Immune to prone. Well, okay.
Good work.
I guess it is good for her to also be spaced out a little bit. Now it's not doing that much damage. Yeah, I was thinking there's going to be more. One Malice. Wondering if I should move over here and just take it out. Disperse. Okay, well that's annoying. I'm wondering, we really should have triggered this one first, shouldn't we? Then Dania would be free and maybe she could help? I don't know.
Attack again? We'll strike better next time.
Okay, let's... Oh, I thought that the indicated space, I thought it was just based on, you know, your character, because you're wearing the helmet. I have to use it like that, I see. I'm just gonna assume it doesn't work on Havoc.
You got it.
Oh, you've gained renown with Mage Bane Helmet. You used... Oh, just because you use it. Okay. So what you're saying is we can just train it. I think maybe she needs absorb. Don't think we can kill it in time. So how would you use a greater healing potion?
You got it.
How about the... Why is she just standing?
You got it.
She needs some health. Everybody needs some health. Yeah, this is the big attack. What was it called? $25 Arcane, but Energy Barrage. So whenever Energy Barrage comes in, you really just want to zap it to interrupt it. I think we also need to consume this whatever it's called, which we don't seemingly have. Oh, we still have the Waking Death effect. Okay, good. I thought we cancelled it, to be fair, but...
I got it.
Not sure taunting that does much. It is quite a boss battle, I must say. Do we have anything else? We just have Concussive Bolt. Just wondering, like... if Permafrost... But he does raw damage, so not much of that really would help. Was it raw or arcane?
I better not wake up dead.
Well, I think that's called a wipe. Not sure we have enough damage output.
Right.
But this disperse seems a little annoying.
Tears in Shadow understands.
So we got the damage boost.
Powerful.
Can we just
Tears in
zap
Shadow.
this?
Can't walk. Can't crawl.
On it.
Near death. Come on, just do it. Please. I know I should not let Blantyre die and I should seemingly pick up an ability to let us resurrect people, but please, just die.
Right.
Jesus, that was difficult. That was really difficult. Well, now this town is safe. Also, thanks for the help, Retamon. Really, was great.
At what?
So, Gore Thrust, two-handed weapon. How does it compare? Lower damage, bigger range, more armor penetration. I guess that's okay, and a diamond, and a recipe. So if we get an infirmary, we can create our own greater healing potions, I guess. Okay, how about we... Well, I guess we don't need to camp, we can just rest on the tower itself, right? Yeah, we can't even talk to Retamon. The only one we don't have is green.
Of course.
Why would we want to kill her? No. Free her. She rubs the lump on her head. Diabolical ass. He knew he was no match for me on his own. She bows to you. Thank you. You have the gratitude of the Forgebound. Of course, Master Zidania. But I have come on behalf of the Voices of Nerat. They want to meet you. Zidania looks at you incredulously. You must be joking, Fatebinder. The Voices of Nerat wants to see me? Her eyes narrow. Why would he want that? I've heard rumors that he speaks to are never heard from again. You'll forgive me if I refuse your request. Guess you will go see the Voice of Nerat, or I will finish the job Retamon started, just to gain the favor. No, I just saved your life, Zidania. Do this for me. Zidania nods. You're right, Fatebinder. I will do as you ask. You help me, so I will help you. I will meet with the Voices of Nerat. May the fire of your forge never cool. She pauses before leaving. I hope I see you again. Funny direction to run in, but okay. So another fantastic two-handed weapon. Okay, so this seems to be a slash instead of a crush, with armor penetration instead of accuracy. And it's charged, so on weapon crit it does another 28 to 41 shock. That's a lot. And it has an artifact ability. I didn't realize it was an artifact, just based on this. Okay. Storm Wheel. Conjure storm clouds overhead, bombarding the area with lightning. Bolts of lightning damage foes in an area around the strike. Damage scales with the Tempest's renown. So how often you use it. So I assume you use it more, becomes more powerful. Legend tells of a spire repeatedly struck by lightning until it crumbled to the ground. Amid the devastation left in its wake, ancient explorers found a conspicuous length of iron that seemed to have attracted and absorbed the worst of the storm's onslaught. After painstakingly shaping the iron into a capable weapon, the wielder was chastised for drawing violent weather during every hunt. The blade, dubbed Tempest, was hidden in the old walls to keep its unpredictable energy under strict guard. Whatever fury the elements unleashed on this weapon has not diminished for its time spent in the old walls. The hilt vibrates in your hand and the air around you feels constantly tense with expectation. Cool. And then an Elixir of Finesse. So you just gain a finesse point. Power is increased. I guess I'll give her the whenever we need crushing damage, but largely a slash is fine. I guess we need more healing potions. I guess we leave the Garrick side quest for what it is. Ah, Retamon. Fatebinder. Requirement gives you a casual salute. Came to investigate the noise and caught this one trying to make a run from the old walls. I really was making my way to Cacophony, Fatebinder. I swear it. Get him to Nerat. If you have to hurt him, then hurt him. He just needs to be alive. Well, hurt him like a little bit, but not like Scarlet Chorus hurt. So escort him undamaged. It'll get done, Fatebinder. He prods Retamon. You hurt the Fatebinder. Let's be off. Well, I guess let's quickly walk into the Forgebound store. And, you know, say that we don't know if Garrick is alive or not, etc. So annoyed with that. Oh yes, the long loading screen. I remember it now. I should have known there would be more cutscenes. Fatebinder, it's good to see you're alive. With all the commotion coming from inside the old walls, Aldion was beginning to worry about you. He sent me to find you should you return to Lethian's Crossing. The Scarlet Chorus were debating on sending someone in to check out the noise, which they did. I'm not sure if anyone was sent in though. That's a very heroic thing to say, so thank you for the information. You're most welcome. He bows and runs off. So let's quickly go into the store. Oh, so then you didn't run here. You have returned. Lahara turns to face you. Yes. Well, I found Garrick's tools and him. She raises her hammer to fling it away, then freezes and lowers it with a prolonged sigh. Damn it, but Garrick had such potential, maybe too much to be shackled to the forge all day, but I know he adored his work. Thank you for returning the tools, you would want them here. Yeah, stupid side quest. I'm not happy with that. Not happy with that even a little bit. I maybe should have just ended the set right there. Stupid long loading screens. And then Dea, yeah, let's quickly go through her quests. So, or claim it for your own. I think we want to keep this helm. Plus 50 defense against spells is just too good. Trial of Archons, well, we're getting information. We need to take it to Dea, which is right in front of us. We found the Confront Allagan, yeah. There's that. Just that. Not so much, actually. Hello, Dea. Have you settled my blood debt? You killed your wife and then tried to frame Sandra. How dare you accuse... Her tear-streaked eyes widen with surprise. That's so absurd I can't even... She clutches her head in her hands, bawling. That's preposterous, I couldn't... Dea's face turns from flushed to stoic in the blink of an eye. She folds her arms before her and smiles. Well, mount me sideways. I thought I had gotten away with it. She looks down at her feet. Can't blame me for trying, though. Ah, we don't meet the athletics check. Interesting. A sly smile crosses her lips. You know, Fatebinder, with Vader gone, I have inherited everything she owned. Perhaps there's something I can offer you, should you decide to leave things be. First, I have a few questions. So why did you kill Vader? Living with Vader was insufferable, always so happy and smiling, like nothing bad had ever happened to her in her entire life. It drove me crazy. I was happy with her at first, but over time it wore me down and I couldn't take it anymore. I wanted to show her that life can be mean and cruel, so she'd stop smiling all the damn time. The dead do not smile. You're a fucked up person, but okay. Why kill Vader now rather than earlier? I wasn't originally planning on doing it myself at all. Vader was supposed to die when Kairos' armies came to Lethian's Crossing. That was the only reason I actually married the little halfwit. I met Vader in the Bastard City. It didn't take long to learn that she owned a sizable piece of land. I courted her for a while and then Kairos invaded the Tiers. By that time I had Vader right where I wanted her. She was desperately in love with me and wanted us to be together forever. But she wasn't willing to marry me just then, so I stayed with her as she traveled around and eventually settled here. Kairos' forces followed soon after. Her armies quickly occupied Lethian's Crossing and subjugated the town. Vader was gravely injured that year. I didn't think that she would survive to see the next season, so I convinced her to marry me before it was too late. She agreed, and for a time I thought it would work out in my favor. She'd be dead and I'd own the town. Wait, how do you know Kairos is a woman? I don't, but I'd like to think she is. between her power and my huge tracts of land, we'd make a great couple, don't you think? But obviously she recovered. Thanks to Sandro. He wouldn't leave Vader alone. As her friend, he was determined to nurse her back to health. And the fucker succeeded. Over the course of a few weeks, he destroyed my years of planning. So he had to change your plans. I've thought of many different ways to remove Phaedra from my life, but none of them were good enough to absolve me of any potential guilt. When the Bronze Brotherhood attacked, I figured it would be a good way to disguise my involvement with her death, but Sandro saw me. So let me ask you something else. So why hail a Fatebinder when you were the one who murdered your own wife? I thought that would have been obvious. If I was the one who flagged you down, you'd be less likely to suspect I was the one who killed her. I was hoping you'd just take my word for it and kill Sandro for me, but apparently didn't have a mind to keep his mouth shut. So why was the necklace important? It's not really, I just wanted it as proof that Sandro was dead. I was going to keep it around as a trophy, a reminder that in the end, I won. Well, Sandro told me a rather interesting and different version of events. She scoffs at you. You're a persistent one, aren't you? Fine, as you now know, Vader was the granddaughter of Lethian, which means she essentially owned Lethian Crossing. Every month she would collect from the merchants and use the rings to maintain the market area for their use. She only ever connected enough to cover the needs for the marketplace. She never considered that we could use those rings too. I told her to raise the rates that the merchants could afford, but she refused. Those filthy merchants all live better than I do. There are other ways to make rings. You only say that because you're a Fatebinder. People practically throw rings at you to solve their problems. She tips her chin defiantly into the air. Now that I own this town, I can charge whatever I want. I can finally have the life I deserve. The only thing still in my way is that worm Sandro. I'm not sure what going with the subterfuge lie. I will call the wrath of Tunon's court upon you if you do not make this worth my time. Like, I don't know what that means. Does that mean that we side and we agreed to kill Sandro for her? For a high price? Or what? I really don't know what this would lead to. Like, what I actually wanted to know is, if you die, then who rules the town? Is it Eldian? It would be good if it would be Eldian, he seems sensible. But that's kind of what I was hoping to learn. You disgust me? I don't know. Let's go with the lie, see what happens. She scowls, cowed by your threat. Look, I don't have many rings yet, but I can offer you something better. How would you like a discount with almost every merchant in town? The Forgebound and that Harkiant Pratt don't take well to intimidations, but the others I can persuade. No, I'm not interested. I just want you dead. That's unfortunate. She slides her hand up to her ear, pulling from her hair a long, slender pin. Brandishing the makeshift weapon, she throws herself at you. Well, assuming this doesn't take too long. Chaos and Shadow's done with her attack. Well, yeah, I guess. The Storm Wheel. So it's an AoE. Yeah, conjure storm clouds overhead. 1 per rest. That's fine. Should have used it, because then it gets stronger the next time. Jesus. Wow. Wow, now that's an ability. Just wow. There's necklace. +1 finesse. Well, that's excellent for her. First, you have a regeneration one and you have parrying. So how good is 1 more finesse for you? More accuracy and armor deflection. I'm not sure if 10 parrying is worth more than 1 finesse. So parrying, let's give to Lantry, I guess. He definitely can't make use of finesse, so. Sigil of Material Force. Lore 50. Magical expression which is used in spells that alter target's weapon. Okay, didn't realize we picked that up. We seem to just sometimes pick up these things, like whenever it's like showing the top left when you gain a bunch of different items, I don't always get it. Okay, so let's quickly walk over here. Just to finish off that one side quest as well. And then I think it's definitely time, after 3 hours, to end this session. Hello, Allegan. Allegan appears visibly shaken by seeing you in the flesh. Fatebinder, how good to see you. Where's Gino? He's out fishing. He didn't want to speak to me. Said he needed time to think. You didn't say anything to him, did you? Well, I know you've been spreading false rumors about your brother. Allegan's face pales and he takes a small step back. How do you know that they're false? I saw the bodies myself. They're Scarlet Chorus blood chanters, killed by disfavored. It was a simple mistake, Allegan protests. How could I know if they were chorus members or not? I had no choice, Fatebinder. Allegan backs away. Please, I have a family to take care of. He turns and starts to run away. And that's his brother, I assume? Yep. What's going on here? Allegan is working with the disfavored to smear your name. Gino's eye glazed in a bitter rage. Why, Allegan? After all of these years, why? Allegan shrinks in place, his knees wobbling in an increasingly difficult effort to keep him from toppling over. Father always favored you, always pushed me around. I just wanted a chance to run things for once. Gino's face grows still, while his lips remain as the only thing in motion. And you never will. Be gone from here, Allegan. Never show your face again. Allegan's lips tremble in a failed attempt to mutter a reply, but eventually falls victim to the weight of his head as it droops down. He picks a small sack nearby and slowly scampers off. Thank you for settling that horrid affair with the rumors. Unfortunately, my name means nothing at the crossing. Perhaps you, as Tunon's Fatebinder, can speak to Eldian on my behalf and clear my name. I will talk to him. Okay, that seems fair. I don't actually know where to find Eldian, but that is something for next time. For now, we picked up 2 artifacts, a really silly looking hat, and a fantastic sword. Which, well, you saw what it does. That's fantastic. Pretty cool set. Really happy with how it turned out. Not happy with the whole Garrick side quest. dialogue choice. Shouldn't lock you out, I think. Especially when it's not clear. So yeah, I guess I should just be more careful with what, you know, I guess I should have read the quest prior to talking to him, remembering that they, you know, if he's not alive, then just bring the tools. Yeah, then I shouldn't have, you know, picked one of the options to actually get it. Also, the game seems to be getting tougher a little bit. At least that boss battle was pretty tough. Actually forced some consumable usage, so that's all very good. Excited about that. Enjoying this so much. I just want to continue, talk to Aldian, finish up business here, then probably go to the Spires and upgrade, hire some new merchants, stuff like that. And yeah, after that, I guess go to Cacophony. Speak to the voices of Nerat and Retamon, I guess. But we'll see. We'll see whatever happens after we talk to Aldian. It's that I feel we need to do first. Okay, so for now, hope you guys enjoyed that, and see you guys next time. See you, dudes.